Welcome to this session for Yoga for Better Sleep. So a short practice that is beautiful to do before you go to bed or in the evening when you get home from work or any other time of the day when you need a bit of grounding and going within. We'll work with forward folds, which are grounding, gentle breath. And we'll also be working with a few props. So if you have a block at home, that's wonderful. If you don't, you can use 2 or 3 books and stack them on top of each other, and maybe use a blanket as well. All right, let's go ahead and start. All right, so we'll get started on our backs tonight. You can come into Supta, Bada, Konasana. Lying down, you're bringing the soles of your feet together. Let your knees gently just fall towards the floor. And then go ahead and bring your left hand to the heart, your right hand to your belly. Close your eyes here. And with that, just start to bring your attention within. Let's take a deep breath in and a long exhale. And just allowing the body to soften towards your mat, releasing tension. And just finding a few moments in stillness here. Keeping your awareness on your breath. And then start to breathe into your hands. So each breath in, you can feel your belly and your chest rise into your hands. And with your exhale, feeling the belly sink, your chest sink back down. And just breathe this way a few more rounds. Each inhale, you feel belly and chest rise. And each exhale, just relaxing. And in these next few breaths, just allow the rest of your day to fall behind you. Allow anything that's on your to-do list, any decisions you have to make, any other thoughts that keep popping up in your head. Just try to drop all of that for a moment and just arrive within yourself. Each breath, you're connecting a little more with this moment. And you're letting the outside world just fade into the distance a little more. Give yourself permission to take time out for yourself and to slow down. And let's take 3 more deep breaths together. Taking a deep breath in, breathe into your lower belly. And a long, slow exhale. And again, breathing in. Long breath out. And 1 more deep breath in. Long breath out. And then slowly bring your hands towards the knees and start to guide them together and into your chest. Giving yourself a little hug, make your lower back nice and long on the mat. And if you like, a gentle sway from side to side, just massaging your lower back. And then from here, just rolling over to your right side. You can keep your eyes closed here as you slowly make your way up and come into a tabletop position. So we're going to stack our shoulders on top of the wrist. Your hips are above the knees. And from here, with your next inhale, start to extend your spine slowly, gently. Keep your neck nice and long. And with your exhale, rounding the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, gently open, cow pose. Reach your heart forward. And exhale, you round, push the earth away from you. And let's do this 2 more times. Breathing in, extend. And breathing out, you round. 1 more deep breath in, lengthen that spine. And exhale, you round. And then just finding a neutral spine here. With your next inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. And with your exhale, thread it underneath, coming into a gentle shoulder stretch. Resting the side of your face, resting on that right shoulder. And if you like, you bring that left arm around your upper body. Hook your hand to your right hip. Or you just keep the hand on the floor. Whichever option you're in, you work on opening the chest nicely to the left side. And sending a deep breath into your belly here. And with each breath, breathing away some of the tension you're holding in your shoulders. And take 1 more breath here. And then slowly release your left hand to the floor. And with an inhale, reach your right arm all the way back up. And exhale, plant it on the floor. Inhale, back to your cow pose, nice and open the spine. And exhale, rounding yourself in. 2 more, inhale, lengthen and open. And exhale, you round. Deep breaths, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, you round. And bring your spine to neutral. And inhale, lift your left arm up. And with your exhale, bring it underneath, coming down onto that left shoulder, rest your face. And if you like, you wrap that right arm around your upper body. And then just breathing into your upper body, breathing into your side ribs. And just with that deep breath, you're finding a bit more space here in your body, in your shoulders. Good, let's take 1 more breath here. And then bringing your right hand back to your mat. Take a deep breath in, open up, reach your left arm up. And exhale, bring it back down to the floor. Inhale, extend your spine, cow pose. And exhale, you round. One more breath in to extend your spine. And this time as you exhale, sink the hips all the way back towards child's pose, Balasana. If you can, you're resting your forehead on the mat. Let your hips sink heavy onto the heels. And let your both arms just be relaxed on the mat. Whole body completely soft and relaxed. We'll take a few breaths here. And this is a really beautiful grounding posture. So you can use your exhales just to drop a bit more of that weight that you might be carrying around with you. Busyness in the mind, your to-dos, just letting those kind of melt out of your system with your exhale. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Good. With your inhale, you round yourself back up to all fours. Back to that tabletop position. And this time you keep the toes tucked behind you. We'll take an inhale, lightly extend the spine. And on an exhale, you shift your hips back and up into a down dog. Keep the knees lightly bent here. Breathe in, you come back down to all fours. Plant your knees slowly. Extend your spine. And exhale, shift your hips back and up. Spine is nice and long. Inhale, come back down. Use your core support. Extend the spine. And exhale, shift back and up, downward facing dog. One more, breathe in, come down to all fours, extend your spine. And exhale, shift back and up, and this time you straighten the legs and start to just paddle the feet gently, bend your knees from side to side. So just taking a moment here to explore your body. See if there's tension or stiffness anywhere. Maybe a residue of sitting all day. Maybe you've been walking a lot. And just acknowledging that. And then find stillness here in your down dog. Your spine nice and long. Your head is relaxed. Deep, gentle breaths. And let's take a clearing breath. Inhale. Open your mouth and exhale it out. Good, let's do that again. Breathe in. Just releasing what you don't need. And from here, start to walk your feet forward. Coming to the top of your mat, arriving with your feet hip-width apart. Coming into a very gentle forward fold. Always keep a little bend in your knees here to support your spine. And if you like, you can hold your elbows and just let your upper body hang forward. Maybe you feel called to sway gently from side to side. Perhaps you shake the head, yes and no, just for a moment. And do what feels nourishing for you. Staying connected with your deep breath. It's a beautiful pose to decompress your spine. So from sitting all day or even standing all day, through gravity, there is compression on our spine naturally. And in this posture, you're just working on decompressing and making a bit more space here along the spine. Releasing the whole back. Let's take one more deep breath in. Long breath out. Release your elbows. And with your inhale, lift halfway. Bring your hands to your hips. Keep the spine nice and long as you exhale to stand up. With your inhale, circle your arms up nice and high. And with your exhale, fold forward. Keep your spine nice and long. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your hips. And exhale, you slowly stand. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, circle your arms up. You can also close your eyes. Breathe out, you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your hips. And exhale, come all the way up to stand. Relax your arms by your side. Close your eyes. And just breathing here in stillness. Feel equally grounded through your feet as well as your toes. Maybe your feet were in shoes all day. So just enjoying that connection of your bare feet with the floor, your mat, the earth. Two more deep grounding breaths. And you can blink open your eyes, and with your next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, you fold forward. Step your right leg back. Come down with your right knee. Take an inhale here. Extend, open the heart. And with your exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, you come down to all fours. Extend your spine lightly. And exhale, sink your hips back to child's pose. Inhale, rounding up to all fours. Exhale, back to your down dog. Stepping your right leg forward, drop the left knee. Take an inhale here just to broaden the chest. And with your exhale, come forward, Uttanasana, folding over. Deep breath in to stand all the way back up. And exhale, release. Take a breath here. Let's do that again on the other side. Breathe in, reach your arms up. And exhale, we fold. Slow movements. Step the left leg back, drop the left knee down. Breathe in, open the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come down to all fours. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, sink your hips back, child's pose. Inhale, rounding up to all fours. Exhale, back to down dog. Stepping the left leg forward, drop the right knee down. Take an inhale, chest is nice and broad. And exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, we rise. Keep your spine nice and long. And exhale, release. Close your eyes here. And just feeling the different sensations in the body. Enjoying the sensations, enjoying the breath. Enjoying taking time for yourself. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. And then you can blink, open your eyes. And we're going to step our left leg back, or whichever is more convenient for you, facing the side of your mat here. Bring your arms to parallel. We'll take an inhale, lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, you bring your right hand down to the floor, left arm up to the ceiling. Inhale, coming back up, arms parallel. Exhale, your right hand down. Left hand for you. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, come up again. And exhale, right hand down, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. You can look up towards that left hand or just look straight ahead. So in this practice tonight, we're trying not to strain too much, not too much effort. Try to find ease in the body, ease in the breath. Not going to your maximum here. Just instead finding a nourishing space between breath and body. One more breath here. Good. With an inhale, slowly rise. And exhale, change side, left hand down, reaching the right arm up. Chest is nice and open. And try to send your breath down into the belly. So sometimes we have the habit of breathing only into our lungs and rib cage. Try to really breathe down into the belly. It just adds an element of grounding, plus it makes a little extra space in the body. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up. And exhale, just release your hands to your hips. Close your eyes for a moment. Deep, steady breaths. Good, let's inhale here, open the chest, lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, folding back forward. This time releasing both hands to the mat. And just keep your spine long as you start to reach the crown of your head down towards the mat. Again, we're not looking for the maximum here. We're just looking to cultivate the grounding space in body and breath. And you do that by staying very mindful of how this feels for you. Last 2 deep, steady breaths. Let's slowly inhale, lift halfway. Bring your hands to the hips, draw your belly button back. And as you exhale, slowly stand up. Take a moment here again just to feel the echo in the body, that rebound sensation. And when you're ready, let's step to the top of our mat. Coming back to Tadasana, arms by your side. And just a few more breaths here. Inviting more and more stillness into the practice. More and more you're internalizing your practice. Meaning you create more and more distance to the outside world. And the easiest way to do that is by closing your eyes. So you're very welcome to keep your eyes closed for the rest of this practice. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out the mouth. Inhale, let's reach both arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, come back to that gentle forward fold, Uttanasana. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, just step back to a downward facing dog. And in your down dog, you start to invite a bit of more movement again. Just following your intuition. Remembering that we want to make this practice nourishing and grounding and gentle. From your down dog, let's inhale, reach the right leg up. And on an exhale, just bring it forward into your pigeon pose. So right knee towards the right wrist, flex the right foot up, and then slide the left leg back a little more. If you are working with props, this is a good time to maybe grab your book or a blanket and place it underneath the right hip here. Just making sure that your hips stay in the center, so you're not leaning towards the left or the right too much. And then when you're ready, let's come into a forward fold. Coming down as much as is possible for you today. Maybe you're working with pillows here underneath your upper body. Just get really, really comfortable. We'll stay here for a little bit longer. So each breath here is a chance to just find a bit more space, to release any tension you're holding. So especially for those that sit at a desk all day, this is a beautiful pose to just release the tension that builds up in our hips from sitting a lot. And your breath is a really wonderful tool to invite that release. So a lot more happens when you breathe a bit more, rather than just kind of staying in the posture and waiting for it to end. We'll just take a few more breaths here. See if you can soften the shoulders a bit more. Maybe you're softening the face. Good. Let's take one more deep breath in. And releasing the breath. When you're ready, slowly come back up to your hands. Remove any props you had underneath your right hip so that you can lean to the right side and bring your left leg forward. And cross the left foot over the right knee. So you might need to bring the right knee into the center a bit more. And then make sure both of your sits bones are grounding down to your mat. Bringing the left fingertips behind your back for support. Let's inhale, reach your right arm up. And on an exhale, finding into your twist. And you can either do that by hooking the elbow, or maybe you're hugging the whole leg in. Whichever feels more comfortable for you. Closing the eyes and then sending a deep breath into your belly here again. So especially these twists, we can really assist by breathing into our abdomen. Let each inhale expand your belly. And each exhale, draw the navel back and you find a little more space to twist. Last 2 breaths here. Good. With your inhale, you untwist, and then just exhale in the center. And when you're ready, crossing your ankles, roll over and step back into your downward facing dog. Take your time with your movements, with being in postures. Let's take a deep breath in, clearing exhale. Lift your left leg on your next inhale. And exhale, step it forward, come to your pigeon pose. Finding your setup. And I'll show it again on this side, you can see a bit better. Maybe you're bringing a blanket or a block here underneath that hip so you feel stable and grounded. And when you're ready, let's fold forward. Dropping into the experience of the posture, of breath, of bodily sensations. If you're not feeling enough sensation on the outside of that left hip, you can always bring the knee out to the side a little more and your left foot forward a little more. That should help to find your sweet spot. There's a natural quality of release, of letting go, and of softening in your exhale. So if you drop your awareness into that quality, into that subtlety of the breath, it can really help to initiate that release, that letting go process. Few more deep breaths here. Take one more deep breath in. Long breath out. And then slowly releasing out of the posture. Again, we're going to lean to the left side. So if you had any props here, remove those first. And then bringing the right leg forward and over the left knee. Both sit bones grounded on the floor, and then right fingertips behind your back. Take an inhale, lift your left arm up nice and long. And exhale, coming over into your twist. Closing the eyes and dropping your awareness into your belly. Inviting that deep belly breath. One last deep breath. And with your inhale, you untwist. And you exhale here in the center. And then let's bring our legs apart, plant your feet. Make sure you have space behind you as we're coming onto our backs from here. And also make sure you have your block or your books and your blanket, whatever you might need close to you as we come down. So lying down slowly, gently. Take a moment here just to enjoy the sensation of lying down. And we'll set up for a supported bridge pose. So your feet come a little closer to your hips, keeping them hip width apart. And then depending on what you're using for your practice, placing that underneath your sacrum. So if you're working with blocks, maybe you stack 1 or even 2 books on top of each other. So choosing the height you need tonight. Make sure it's in the sacrum, not in your lower back here. And then just relaxing your arms. Close your eyes. And make sure both of your legs can be relaxed. So maybe you need to adjust the position of your feet a little wider. Just inviting a deep, gentle breath here. Again, just a beautiful release for our spine. And also this gentle inversion of keeping our hips a little higher than the heart works into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our relaxation response. And again, you're helping that process by tapping into the qualities of your exhales. That grounding, releasing, letting go quality. And just a few more deep breaths. And I know this can feel really, really nice. So if you'd like to extend the time you're in this position, you can always pause the video for a moment and stay a little longer. And for those moving on, let's take another deep breath in and a long breath out. And then from here, just lift your hips away from the block you had. Bring your props to the side. And then gently bringing your hips back down to your mat. And when you're ready, drawing both knees into your chest. Giving yourself a little hug here. Make your lower back nice and broad on the mat. And we'll bring everything into balance with each other by closing with a spinal twist. If you like, you can cross your legs over or just keep them parallel as we drop our knees over to the right side. And then from here, reaching your left arm out to the side, shifting the face to the left. You can always bring your right hand to the knees and just add a little extra weight here. Eyes are closed. And again, you're sending a very soft, gentle breath now into the belly. So closing with a twist. This is a beautiful way of assimilating the practice, of digesting the practice physically and energetically in our system. Inviting samana energy, which is that balanced, twisting energy. Loosen any effort. Just let your body melt towards the ground. With every breath, just finding a little more softness. And let's just take one more deep breath here on this side. And with your inhale, again, you untwist. And just draw both knees into your chest for a moment. And then change sides, or crossing the legs if you have them crossed before. Dropping the knees to the left side. And reaching the right arm out, shift your face to the right side. Eyes are closed. And just a deep, gentle belly breath. Few more breaths here. Inviting yourself into that slowing down and letting go process. Emptying yourself completely. And connecting with that peaceful and still place within you. Taking a last breath in. Long breath out. And then bringing your knees back to center. Hug them both into your chest. Make your whole back nice and broad on the mat. Breathe into your belly. Konasana. So this pose invites our apana energy, our downward rooting, grounding energy. Just 2 more deep breaths here. Last inhale, giving yourself a nice tight squeeze. And exhale, you relax everything out onto your mat and find your way into Shavasana. We'll rest here just for a few moments. Keeping your legs and your arms wide, your palms facing up towards the sky. And just invite yourself into this relaxation. Surrender, trust, letting go. And rest here for a few more moments, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out. And slowly you start to deepen the breath. Just gentle, deep breaths, and sending that into every corner of your body. Inviting small movements. And when you're ready, slowly roll over onto your right side. You can take a moment here to rest. And then keeping your eyes closed and your attention inside, you make your way up to Sukhasana, comfortable seated position. Perhaps you're using a pillow or a rolled up blanket to support your seat. Sitting nice and tall, lifting the crown up a little more and lightly tuck your chin. We'll close with a short pranayama, Chandra Pedana. It's the moon piercing breath. It's a very calming pranayama as we're only breathing in through our left nostril, which is our lunar channel, our Ida. And we'll do that by using our right hand, bringing the index finger and the middle finger towards the palm, and bringing that hand a little closer to your nose. With your right thumb will be closing our right nostril, and with your ring finger we'll be closing off our left nostril. Your left hand can be relaxed on the left knee. Closing the eyes once you have your setup. Let's start by taking a deep breath in. Long breath out. And then closing your right nostril. Breathe in through left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close left. Exhale right for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close right. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in left. 1. Exhale right. 6. Inhale left. And exhale right. Inhale left. And just continue to your own counting. Inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 6. Always inhaling through your left nostril. You're grounding lunar channel. Exhaling through right. Take as much time as you need here. Continue this pranayama for as long as you feel. And I invite you to sit in stillness after that for as long as feels comfortable for you. Continue this practice for as long as feels good for you. I will close the session here from my end. Thank you very much for joining me.